long before Vietnam became the vibrant land of bustling cities and modern marvels we know today. Its true heartbeat echoed not in the streets, but right here across these endless emerald green rice fields. This isn't just a history lesson. It's the story of a life lived with the rhythm of the earth. This is the story of how Vietnamese farmers once lived hardworking and deeply, profoundly connected to the land that sustained them. So, let's journey back in time to a Vietnam where every sunrise brought a promise of earnest work and every sunset a sense of quiet accomplishment. The day begins in darkness, long before the first rays of the sun even think about gracing the horizon. Inside a humble wooden house, a soft glow emanates from the kitchen. The family is already awake. You can hear the gentle crackle of the fire as it comes to life, a sound that has signaled the start of countless days. The air slowly fills with a comforting, earthy aroma of cooking rice, the cornerstone of every meal, every day. Breakfast isn't elaborate. There are no fancy dishes here. It's a simple affair. A bowl of freshly steamed rice, perhaps with some salted, pickled vegetables on the side. It's modest, but it's more than enough. It's the fuel needed to begin a long, arduous day under the open sky, a day of labor in the fields. As the farmer prepares to leave, he gathers his tools. These aren't mass-produced implements from a factory. These tools were handmade, crafted with skill and care, and passed down from generation to generation. The wooden plow, worn smooth by years of use, feels like an extension of his own hands. Every scratch, every notch, every mark on its surface tells a story of harvests past, of droughts and floods, of seasons of struggle and seasons of abundance. It's a legacy of labor, a physical connection to his father and his grandfather before him. These weren't just objects. They were companions in the timeless dance of agriculture. Stepping out into the cool morning air, the farmer heads towards the rice paddies, which were the very center of life, the heart of the village. The fields were a stage where a daily drama of survival and sustenance unfolded. The men, with quiet commands and a gentle touch, would guide their trusted water buffaloes through the thick, yielding mud. The bond between man and beast was one of mutual respect and dependence. The buffalo, strong and steady, was not just an animal but a partner, its power essential for tilling the soil and preparing the land for the precious seedlings. Meanwhile, the women of the village would be bent over in the water, their conical hats bobbing in unison. With nimble fingers, they planted the young rice seedlings by hand, one by one, in perfectly straight lines that stretched across the flooded fields. It was back-breaking work, performed under the relentless heat of the tropical sun, but it was done with a grace and precision that seemed almost meditative. Every single grain of rice that would eventually fill the village's granaries was earned through this incredible combination of sweat and patience. This wasn't just a job. It was an act of devotion, a commitment to their families and their community. It was a promise to the land itself. As midday approaches, the sun is at its peak, casting a brilliant, almost blinding light over the landscape. It's time for a short, well-deserved break. Lunch wasn't eaten back at home. It was taken right there on the earthen banks separating the paddies. The meal is as simple and practical as the morning's breakfast. Workers unwrap parcels of rice balls, neatly packed in fresh banana leaves, their natural container. Alongside them are some pickled vegetables for a bit of crunch and flavor, all washed down with sips of cool green tea from a shared flask. But this simple meal is seasoned with something invaluable: camaraderie. It's a time for shared laughter, for swapping stories about the harvest, for gentle teasing and words of encouragement. In these moments, the burden of the labor is lightened by the strength of their shared experience. As the afternoon wears on, the work continues. But now, a change begins to sweep across the sky. The harsh light of midday softens, and the sun starts its slow descent toward the distant mountains. The world is bathed in a warm ethereal glow. The green fields, which seemed almost electric under the midday sun, now transform into a sea of liquid gold. The landscape is breathtakingly beautiful, a masterpiece painted by nature. It's a signal that the day's work is coming to an end. Farmers begin to gather their tools and lead their buffaloes home. Their bodies are tired, muscles aching from the day's exertion, but their hearts are content. This daily rhythm of hard work, waking with the dark, toiling under the sun, and returning at dusk was more than just a routine. It was the rhythm of life itself. A rhythm that connected them deeply to the earth, to the changing seasons, and most importantly to each other. With the arrival of night, a different kind of life begins. The village, quiet during the day as its people worked in the fields, now comes alive with a gentle hum of activity. After a simple dinner, neighbors gather together. Lanterns cast a soft, flickering light on their faces as they sit on woven mats outside their homes. This is a time for community, for connection. Someone might bring out a small jar of homemade rice wine, a potent, warming spirit that loosens tongues and lifts spirits. Stories are told, tales of ancestors, funny anecdotes from the day, and ancient legends passed down through generations. Sometimes a beautiful, haunting melody will rise into the night air as someone begins to sing a folk song. Its verses telling of love, loss, and the beauty of the countryside. Life was undeniably simple, devoid of modern luxuries, but it was incredibly rich, full of human warmth, shared joy, and a powerful sense of belonging. The world has, of course, changed dramatically since those days. The quiet rhythm of the village has often been replaced by the roar of traffic, and handmade plows have given way to modern machinery. But even amidst all this change, the spirit of the Vietnamese farmer remains. It's a spirit of humility, of incredible resilience, and an unwavering strength that comes from being so deeply rooted in the land. You can still see it in the eyes of an elderly farmer tending his small plot, or in the pride a family takes in a successful harvest. This story is not just a relic of the past. It's not just history confined to books. It is the living, breathing soul of Vietnam. It's a legacy of perseverance and devotion that continues to shape the character of this nation today. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. I hope it gave you a deeper appreciation for the heritage and spirit behind every grain of Vietnamese rice. If you enjoyed this story, please give this video a thumbs up. And do you forget to subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the heart and soul of different cultures. We'd love to have you with us. Until next time, take care.